Why does one wall of a pyramid look almost too perfect? Why was a hidden corridor discovered after 4,500 years? Could deep shafts beneath the Giza Plateau reveal something hidden in the bedrock? And what if an ancient Greek historian might have been right all along? My friends, I think you're going to like this one. A recent discovery at the Giza Plateau has researchers asking new questions about what lies within, and possibly beneath, the pyramids. Even after decades of study, the plateau continues to surprise archaeologists. Hidden corridors, sealed voids, and controversial claims about structures buried deep beneath the stone. So what exactly have researchers discovered recently, and why are some of these findings sparking so much debate? Because if history has shown us anything about Giza, it's that the biggest discoveries may still be waiting. On the Giza Plateau, the smallest of the three major pyramids belongs to Menkaure. Rising nearly 200 feet tall, it dates back to Egypt's 4th dynasty around 2510 BC. In many ways, this pyramid follows the same architectural principles seen across the plateau. But recently, archaeologists noticed something unusual. On the pyramid's eastern face sits a section of granite blocks, polished almost perfectly smooth, about 13 feet tall and nearly 20 feet wide. That level of finish doesn't usually happen by accident. In ancient construction, polished stone often marks something important, a boundary, a ceremonial feature, or possibly an entrance. And there's another detail that has piqued researchers' interest. The only other polished stone section on the pyramid appears at the main entrance. That mysterious wall recently became the focus of a new investigation. Researchers connected with the Scan Pyramids project used non-destructive imaging to examine what might lie behind it. Technologies like ground-penetrating radar, ultrasound scanning, and electrical resistance tomography allow scientists to see through stone without disturbing it. What they found was unexpected. 2 air-filled cavities hidden just behind the polished facade. One measures roughly 3 feet tall and nearly 5 feet wide, while another smaller void sits just beneath it. Both are only a few feet behind the pyramid's outer surface. Discoveries like this are not isolated. In 2023, Scan Pyramids researchers also identified a previously unknown chamber inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Other voids and corridor-like spaces have appeared inside pyramids as well, features that remained invisible for thousands of years until modern scanning technology revealed them. If empty spaces can hide behind walls that appear perfectly solid, what else might be concealed inside these ancient monuments? Hidden corridors inside pyramids are fascinating, but what if the bigger mystery isn't inside the pyramids at all? What if it's under them? Armando May, a researcher associated with the CAFRA research project, claims several deep vertical shafts exist beneath sections of the Giza Plateau. According to these reports, the shafts descend more than 130 feet into the bedrock. Their walls appear squared and unusually smooth. Descriptions of the shafts include carefully cut stone lining and wide cavities discovered roughly 40 feet underground. Details supporters argue are too consistent to be natural formations. Even more intriguing are claims that satellite-based synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, has detected anomalies beneath the plateau. Some researchers believe these signals suggest a much larger underground network, possibly extending far beyond the pyramids themselves. But this is where the controversy begins. Not all experts agree with those interpretations. Radar specialist Professor Lawrence Conyers has called some of the underground network claims a huge exaggeration. The reason is simple. While modern scanning technologies can reveal anomalies beneath the surface, interpreting those signals accurately is far more complicated. It's also important to remember that Giza already contains numerous underground structures. Wells, shafts, burial chambers, and hidden passageways have been documented for centuries. What remains debated is not whether underground structures exist, but how extensive they might actually be. But some researchers believe there may be an even deeper layer to the mystery, a cosmic one. Ancient Egypt's relationship with astronomy is well documented. The pyramids themselves are aligned with extraordinary precision to the cardinal directions. For years, some researchers have argued that the layout of the three pyramids mirrors the stars of Orion's belt. That theory has faced significant pushback over the years because the evidence remains inconclusive. However, new claims suggest that if the deep shafts beneath Giza exist as described, their placement may mirror the pyramid layout above them, creating a pattern in the sky reflected in stone above and possibly echoed in structures hidden below the surface. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. More than 2,000 years ago, an ancient historian described something very similar. His name was Herodotus, often called the father of history. Herodotus travelled widely across the ancient world, documenting cultures, wars, and traditions. Many of his writings were once dismissed as exaggerated, yet over time, several of his accounts have proven surprisingly accurate. In his writings about Egypt, Herodotus described massive labyrinths containing thousands of chambers, many of them underground. He even spoke of tunnels and hidden spaces connected to royal monuments. For centuries, historians debated whether he misunderstood what he saw or simply repeated stories he had been told. But in light of modern discoveries, verified and controversial alike, his descriptions are becoming harder to ignore. What we do know is this: ancient Egyptians built underground spaces constantly. Tombs, galleries, hidden chambers, vertical shafts. Giza has never been a place where everything is visible from the surface. Modern scanning has already revealed voids behind walls that appeared solid for thousands of years, and debates about what lies beneath the plateau continue to grow. If the history of the pyramids has taught us anything, it's that every generation believes it has uncovered the final secret, only to discover that Giza still has more to reveal. So how much of the pyramid's design is still sealed behind stone? How much lies buried beneath the plateau? And how much of the story simply hasn't been uncovered yet? If the history of the pyramids tells us anything, it's that the end of an episode may just be the beginning of the story.